Hey y'all, Jessica from Pretty Prints and Paper. It's been a while since I've talked about a monthly setup, and here is what I am doing currently. So summertime, I work in higher ed. I have a lot going on in the summertime, so actually planning is paramount. I am balancing quite a few things, so I'm trying to get reset with tools and leverage what is already working and continuing to develop my system. What I have is a throwback to a Foxy cover that I used last year. It's an ombre lemonade from the Foxy Fix. It's a size 7 compact, so it has 4 elastics in the spine for a couple different notebooks. I've got a couple of my May Designs notebooks, but I also in the front have a Foxy Fix dot grid notebook. The paper is actually really fantastic. If you haven't checked them out before, I highly recommend it, and plus I just love that company in general. So this is my main planning notebook. I have other notebooks that I have for work, but this is my everything bullet journal. I have all my tasks associated with anything in here, so I only have them in one place. Sometimes I will track things in my Google Keep app on my phone if I'm on the go, but I have everything in here. Even the stuff that I put into my work bullet journal, I put into here for tasks so that I can keep track of that in one spot. I have also bought this monthly planner from Target because I wanted a visual to see what was going on with a lot of different things and plan overall and see what July brings for me. Specifically, I did this first just to get a sense of what the month is bringing. I normally stamp it out, but I'm gonna go with something that's pre-structured for now. I put in some washi tape that I got from Michael's as a block off of vacation that I'm taking. So there's several weeks that I will be out of commish, and I wanted to see that visually. These are super cute. I highly recommend. And then I put in a couple different things. So I wanted to get everything at a glance. In the past, I've done just social media or just blogging or just stuff for work, and I put kind of a lot of stuff at once. Right now, I've got things that I want to do for my blog in terms of what posts that I'm planning. I've been off the wagon for a little bit, so I wanted to get back into that editorial planning routine now that it's summer. And then I also have some meal planning. I realized that I was spending a lot of energy planning out what I was going to eat that week, and I did it on a weekly basis. And I wanted to get more consistent so that I could have a better handle on my grocery budget, better handle on some health stuff, and get a sense of what I was doing to balance all of those out. I realized that I wanted to maybe do meal planning not on a weekly basis, but on a monthly basis, because that balances out the need for consistency and variety. So maybe expanding my view from the week to the month. I'm sure some of y'all already figured that out, but here I am late to the party. So I've got my meals kind of in here. I'm trying out Blue Apron. I'll see how I like that food service. They send you all the ingredients at once, and then for a week at a time, and then you make the meal all on your own, and they send you just enough so that you're not wasting as much. So I'm giving that a shot in July. I also have some health stuff in here. So I've got my doctor's appointments, my therapy appointments, and a couple like hopes for some workout classes just to keep balancing it out. Am I going to the gym enough? Am I going to classes enough? Am I trying to run? We'll see. This is my plan. We'll see how it actually goes. So giving me a sense of what I'm eating for this month. I wanted to handwrite it. I know I could do it in my Google Calendar, but there's something about writing it down that really is helpful for me to see what's happening with my blog in the midst of all the vacationing and summer happenings. So that's that. So I get to my bullet journal, and I have a little tab. You can use washi tape for adding little tabs onto your notebook. I wanted to get back to using my monthly overview, and historically I've done a project page, and I will just have a couple of these hexagons for projects that I'm looking at during that month, and then I've decided to change it up a little bit, inspired by the Inkwell Press planner that I was using for a little while that originally inspired this, but they have this mission board, and I wanted to get back to using that to center myself. I've been feeling really scattered lately, and I think this might help, so I'm going to try it out. I'm using these stamps from the Foxy Fix. They were a bullet journal foundation stamp kit, and hexagons in various sizes, boxes in various sizes, and so using the bigger block for more space, and also gives it a little bit of breathing room for my fat handwriting. The acrylic block does not get sold through them, but I bought this off of Amazon for pretty cheap. And obviously you can see that I just kind of keep my stamps on there. And I'm going with the rainbow theme because I apparently couldn't get enough of Pride, so I'm just going to carry that through into July. And each hexagon represents kind of a bucket. I like loose categorization, and so having a bucket where I can kind of go in and add some of those priority tasks is really helpful for me. And in addition to projects, I'm also going to add things like, you know, my intentions and my focuses for the month, which includes just breathing. I've come to recently discover that I've been living with anxiety and maybe some depression for a while, and so I will talk about that in another video. But for now, I'm just trying to remind myself an anchor in the center to breathe. And so this is my monthly focus, which brings me to my weekly. I think in weekly patterns instead of daily patterns. So that is what has been working for me. Again, loose categorization so that I can go back and fill in some stuff. Typically in the past, I've done my like 5-day weeklies. I don't think I have one in here, but it typically goes vertical, and I'll do 5 days in a row on the top and then some sections in the bottom. I'm trying something different and seeing if I like it. It's been only a couple weeks, so I don't know if I like this yet, but it's been worth trying. I originally got this idea from Instagram account Blue Lahi from you, so check that out. This is my original inspiration, and I'm taking a spin off of that. So I created 5 boxes on the left. This is to capture quick what is on my schedule for that day, which I get off of my Google Calendar. I just did a video about that and how I merge digital and analog. On the right-hand side, I'm going to be able to put things like the weather and doing some of the logging that I missed from the other layout, which is gratitude, which is the moments throughout the day that I want to highlight, my expenses and whatnot. So that's going to go on this right-hand side. And then on the right, I have this running weekly log, or task log. So each box represents Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I just put W for weekend. I'm also using R to stand in for Thursday, and then the to-dos. So I wanted to put a box down for what day I want to do the task, and then it moves throughout the week as you fill more in throughout. And if you want to migrate, then you just put in that arrow and then you put a new box in the next day, things like that. That's how I'm using it. Others have variations as well. And then on the bottom, I kind of put tasks for home and for the blog that have to get done at some point that week. If there's something that's upcoming, I might throw it in here too, knowing that I'll just migrate it to the next week or until it's relevant, or I will put it in my Google Calendar if it's too far ahead. I'm gonna see how this works. I've got a couple vacations coming up, so it's gonna be a little wonky, but this is what I'm doing for July. These stickers, if you were curious, are from the Coffee Monsters Co., which I love. She does amazing, cute little drawings of little emojis that she calls it. So there's some really cute ones that you can get, which from different expressions, just different decorations, super functional stuff, and just super cute stuff. So highly recommend that you check her out. Helen is amazing. But I'm also using some of the new Tombow Mono drawing pens. They come in 3 sizes, and I'm missing the middle one right now, but they're really similar to Micron pens. They're the felt tip at the top, and the advertisement says that it upholds against really, really hard pressure, which has been my biggest gripe about those felt tip pens. I just crush them. And I know people are like, oh, you just gotta write softer, and y'all, I'm just not in it for a high maintenance pen, right? So I am hoping that these will stand up over time. I really like that thick line that the 5 gives, and then the really fine line that the 1 gives, and then there's the one that's kind of in between. So I'm gonna be using these and seeing how they hold up. Right now they're pretty vibrant, and I'm enjoying them so far. They are not like the Microns in that they don't seem to be archival or light fast. So if you want that more lasting ink for like keeping that shit forever, you might want to splurge for the Micron pens. But for drawing and stuff and that and all the varying lines, the mono drawing pen will seem to do the trick. So that's what I'm doing for July. What are you doing? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever. I just hope that you enjoy it. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.